the approval of the AMMs on the XRPL and what that would mean for your investment and broader markets. So what is the AMM? The AMM is an automated market maker. Automated market makers exist on lots of different networks outside of the XRPL in particular. We've touched on this before, but basically it's just a marketplace that coordinates buy and sell orders across exchanges or other places where people are trading within two assets. So it could be BTC, XRP, it could be US dollar and the pound, it could be, gold and Apple stock, right? If there is a pair where these two things are able to be traded against one another, an automated market maker will pull price feeds from multiple places, put those in one exchange or one place, and allow those to be able to facilitate trade between different parties for those two different items. The inherent difference to the AMMs on the XRPL is they will capture the arbitrage and pay that out to the people that are providing liquidity to the pools. Well, what does all that mean? Well, if you are someone that stakes your XRP or puts it into the pool to provide liquidity, I'm hoping that that's done through a delegated model, but we will see how that ends up playing out. You will have exposure to those two assets, and people that arbitrage the market or have the opportunity to trade within that market. So let's say they buy at a low price here and they sell at a higher price there, and they make the spread. People are going to have to bid for the opportunity to do that in the market for 24 hours with no fees. And that's a big advantage if you're not having to pay fees to the market for that time frame. And so when I spoke to David Schwartz at Consensus last year, he speculates that people will, bid 90 to 98% of what they believe they can make over that period of time for the opportunity to bid against the market and arbitrage it. And people that have more proficient bots or are better at picking prices obviously would be willing to bid a higher price because they feel like they could still make that profit irrespective of the volatility in the market. So, and that's probably another thing here. The more volatile a market is, the more nascent or less liquidity is currently available in the market, it's likely that the arbitrage opportunities in those markets will be higher once there is liquidity provided to them. So some pretty significant implications potentially for broader markets if this technology is used to facilitate trade in other financial products. I mean, stocks, it'd be significant there. And this also opens up liquidity to illiquid markets. So as an example, there are people that are tokenizing private equity. Right now, you would have to provide liquidity on both sides of those trades. So you'd have to have the stocks on one side, and then you'd have to put up cash on the other side of that to be able to swap back and forth and trade between a cash position and that private equity. Or you'd have to have enough liquidity between this stock and this stock if you wanted those to trade against one another. With the AMMs on the XRPL, XRP is used to be able to put into those liquidity pools and provide the liquidity between those two items. So basically, if it is where you have to actually put your XRP into the pool, it'll be split between an XRP, which will sit on one side of the pair, and whatever it's trading against on the other side. So half of the XRP would be used to purchase that other item, and it provides liquidity on both sides of those transactions. We're at the point for the amendment on the XRPL where it's reached the 80% threshold that allows for the 2-week waiting period. So if things hold up, more than 80% of the people that are validators on the network continue to vote yes for the amendment over that time frame. The amendment should go live on Valentine's Day, that we did see the AMMs go live. And the other benefit is for people that are holding XRP, there's not really been a meaningful way to generate passive income with the asset. There's been opportunities on other networks for people to stake whatever it might be, their Casper or their Solana or their Ethereum or their XDC, and generate a passive income where you're providing a benefit to the network, and therefore you get an incentive. That's never existed with XRP. The validators do not earn income. They validate transactions on the network to be able to trust the network. And so this would provide an avenue that the average person that's holding XRP could pursue in order to earn income from their investment, which I think is great and would have pretty significant implications for other people wanting to acquire the asset and then again participate in these pools. So big day here for the XRP Army and people that are involved or watching these amendments be passed. I know that there's been some significant anticipation of this since the amendment was proposed back in October of last year. It's taken almost 4 months for, actually about 4 months for them to get to an 80% consensus and then have the 2-week waiting period. So a lot of anticipation for this going live, and I'm excited to be a part of it. If this has been informative for you, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.